events that
Also, by the way, off topic, I actually think you guys should watch this video by Stoopzz. I'm not even just plugging him because he's here. I thought this video was really good. It's basically this video talks about, I mean, it's what I've said for a long time. So of course I'm going to find videos that agree with what I think. But yeah, like honing your alts is just not really worth it at all, pretty much. Just watch it. You guys want to watch it? All right, let's watch it. All right, I'll watch it. Fuck it. Here we go. The video, thumbs up.
Dub, why are you not honing your 1540s, your 1560s, etc. up to 1580? Don't you know it's better for your account? Don't you know it's gonna funnel more into your mains that way? Well, today I'm gonna talk a little bit about why I'm not doing that personally because of my account, my goals, and the thought process behind me making alts, bringing them up, and how I'm playing my mains, etc. So come along for the journey. Per usual, I made a nice, easy to follow Excel spreadsheet that is gonna guide us along this road. First off, let's discuss the gold
compare this guy
to
compare this guy to evolved mentality. it's just so crazy.
40 and a 1580. Now 1540, you're earning about 26k gold per week. This is doing all of your dailies unrested, so you're getting the max amount of dailies to either contribute,
so
sell.
37,000 gold unrested,
gold, so
37,000 gold a week unrested, your raids and doing your daily farm versus 26,000 a week. So 11,000 difference.
That is what we are equating it to, just to keep everything easy. For a 1580, it's about 37k, and as you can see, the biggest difference is in the mats department. As for raids, it's only around 4k difference, and this is doing Belshazzar 3-4 normal. Most people don't do 4 hard, they just run through 4 normal. So if you do 3 hard, then you can tack on another 500 gold for this, I believe. That is a tiny
what do
amount
you
of
guys
gold
do
in the scheme?
Type a 2 in the chat if you still don't do the final fucking gate. Dude, I am so confused on what the majority of people fucking do. Do you guys do the last gate in Brel or no? Okay.
Of things, so we're just going to put it at 37k and
one if you
around
don't, or one
11k difference per these two different alts. Okay, now the average gearing of a 1540 5x3 level
I mean, it's
7,
kind of just the
average gearing of a 1580 and reliably getting accepted into pugs for a con, for Kyngel, etc.
This is actually a good point.
Level 7 gym. The average gearing
this is actually a really good topic
per these two different alts. Okay. Now, the average gearing of a 1540 5x3 level 7 gym. The average gearing of a 1580 and reliably getting accepted into pugs for a con, for Kyngel, etc. 5x3 +1 and some mixed level 9s and 7s. Can you get into lobbies with 5x3 and full level 7 gyms? Absolutely. But if someone else applies that has a 5x3 +1, you're not getting in. If someone else applies that has 2 level 9s compared to your full level 7s, you're not getting in. You're getting gate kept by those other people because other people are indeed putting level 9s on their 1580s. A lot of them, most normal Akon lobbies. If you're looking around at all the characters.
No, it's not cap. That's why the game's pay to win, you guys. You say, oh, it's not a PvP game or whatever, but that's the reality of it. Like, if you're juiced out, you're getting into groups way easier, bro. No kizzy. It is what it is. But it's like, I see you got LOS 18, LOS 30. Who am I going to pick? Come on. It is what it is. If you have friends, yes. I agree. If you've got friends, no problem. You know, they don't give a shit what you... That's where the homies come in. But if you don't got friends and you're in the party finder, you're at the mercy of fucking Bozo number 1. And Bozo number 1's, you're like, you're at the mercy of fucking Civo's fucking, video. Mass increase instead of fucking dead. Oh, curse stall instead of adrenaline. What are you doing? You're not getting invited. And then guess what? We're going to get into the goddamn raid, and that person's going to go, you died in the lantern. What are you doing? That's what's going to happen too, right? You're going to pick the guy with the bigger, go, oh, what is this guy doing? He got knocked off. Sparks, how did you get knocked off the top? I was doing destruction. Press the fucking Inanna. We're going to be in the goddamn Bimu. How did you die? I got fucking laser beamed off. Bimu, no. Right? Like, that's what's going to happen. And all of the things that you were worried about, literally all of the things that you were worried about, the gear, the percents, the numbers, the engravings, none of that literally matters, right? When you get in there, actually, almost none of it matters. They can all go out the window in a second.
Way more people have some level 9s than have level 7s.
Having skill. No, but it's not just, dude, you can be, it happens. First of all, Bimu, really fucking good. He died. And it's like, the whole thing can just unfold in different ways. Generally, are you geared enough? Can you do the raid? We're good. Just go. But people don't do that shit. And I don't blame them.
So, just something to think about.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of the cost to get to a 1540, it's basically free. With the last 3 or 4 events that we've had, it is very, very easy to get to 1540. So those are probably what alts you're really looking at right now, and you haven't paid a whole lot to get there. The return on investment for 1540 is literally less than a week. You will start contributing to your account, to your roster, immediately that week. For a 1540 to 1580 push, you are going to be spending about 290k gold with all bound materials, except counting array halls. You can save a little bit of gold on array halls by fishing or doing whatever trade skill you want, and then making the raw materials out of that, but you still have to pay gold to make them in your stronghold, so you're not saving that much gold. You're maybe saving a little bit, but again, it's kind of a no diff. If you use all the ancient books that we've gathered thus far, which isn't going to get you all the way to 1580, by the way, you're still going to need some more, then you're going to be spending around 216k gold. And guys, please remember, this is the average, and more often than not, people are going to be right around the average, not below it. So don't think you're about to do this and spend 200k or
This is a great
150k getting
It's actually
there.
a
That
good
ain't
video.
going to happen. If anything, you're probably going to spend slightly more. For the ROI, spending this gold, it's 26 weeks, 6.5 months. If you go this route, with all the ancient honing books, you're looking at around 5 months, around 19.
Cap, I got to 1580 from 1550 with free taps on my artist. Bro, I went outside and I found $100 on the ground. I don't need a job. Like, this is just, okay, you got fucking lucky, little bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just insane. I don't know. Sometimes just like, oh, come on, bro. I don't know. It's just like, yeah. But the point is that, okay, I'll finish my point at the end of the video. Actually, no, I'm not going to finish my point at the end of the video. I'm going to say it right now. This is what I was saying, bro. This is actually, no, well, I'll say it for the end of the video. Fuck, my ADD's going crazy. I'm sorry.
15 weeks. That right there is enough to make me think this is an alt. I like playing them, but I don't like them that much. My Deathblade, for example. I enjoy playing her, but I don't really see taking her to Voldyke hard, right? I don't want to do that. So she's going to...
Somebody asked me that yesterday. They're like, why don't you just hone your scouter and your glavier? I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to raise all of those. That sounds fucking awful. Like, I'm not going to have 7 characters. I have to give some shit up. Like, I just can't. I'm not trying to play the game that much and hate my life. It's also just too expensive.
Stay in alt. So I'm trying to play her as efficiently as possible so I can push the couple of characters I really do like playing, like my Glaive and my Slayer. Those are really my 2 mains. My Glaive above all, of course, but my Slayer is close behind. Now remember, you're 1580 blank, full level 7s. You're not going to be getting into mini pug lobbies. And frankly, if I'm a party leader, I don't want to accept you if you have full level 7 gems and you're a pug and I don't know who you are, when other people are applying with level 9 gems, with better eye level at 1590 or 1595 or 1585 even. Let's say you buy 3 level 9 gems.
You can supplement this by playing something that's desired, right? You can supplement this by playing something that's a little bit more meta based, but you can't control that.
Biggest 3 damage skills. That's 350k. Now your ROI is 58 weeks.
58 fucking weeks, by the way. 50. This is what I was saying, guys, right? The advice to tell people like, yo, bro, like, you gotta have this roster of characters and these alts. It was a scamaz, bro. It was a fucking scam. It was a fucking scamaz. Like, you do it because the best. Now, how many, and I was telling, like, dude, I was saying this before, like, how many people play the game like this, though? Not a lot of people do. Some people do. Like, how many, not a lot of people do this. Because you're altaholic, you want to play more characters, right? If you're using your alts like this, sure, but like literally almost no one does that. Why? Because a Soul Eater comes out and you're like, oh, I can't wait to play my new fucking Soul Eater. She's my new main. Holy moly, you see the damage? Oh my, you know what I mean? That's what happens, right? Like, that's you. Yeah, I'm not saying no shit. It's technically not 350 because it's the difference between gold, because 350 is just the difference between gold between 7s and 9s. Yeah, but that's the point though, right? Like, it's not 58 weeks, but his point is that, I mean, think about it this way. Let's say over those 19 weeks, the standard 1580 groups gets even higher, right? So the point is that as you raise characters, you're going to buy new accessories, you're going to buy fucking new gems, you're going to start honing into the character, and it just gets really expensive to where you'll never pay yourself back. You just won't. By the way people play, right? I said this advice back at fucking Brell, and I said, yeah, if you're in turtle jail and all you do is run turtles on your ults and you just free tap your whole day there, sure. But a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people want to play their characters because they get excited to play them. They get fun, they're enjoyable to play. They want to hone it, they push it. And that's what the game gets you, bro. To be honest, that's why bound materials probably even fucking exist. You do bound mats, and then you go through your bound mats, like, maybe I should just go a little bit more. Yeah, elixirs will be even more, dude. Elixirs will be even fucking more. It's gonna get insane. That's why I'm not trying to do all these different characters, dude. I gotta lock on like a few. I can't raise my Glaber and my Scouter. It's too much. But is it wrong to play like the way on the right? No. Because if you want to have fun, and that's how you have fun, who gives a fuck? I just think it's a good video to kind of give you perspective on if you're doing it because you think it's efficient for you, because that's how a lot of you guys like to play, then you don't have to, right? You don't have to push your ults and stuff like that. You can just keep them parked there. He also has a good point about more stuff, though. It gets better.
That's more than a year. If you continue to hone, add another 180K onto that. And now my ROI is again, it's a year and a half. And let's say you want to take this character to 1600
Why am I getting... I really like videos like this. I really like Western fake. I want to get all the Lost Ark Western Andes to come together and do... Matter of fact, let's fucking do it. Let's do it on...
Stoopzz din KDONK. Where's the dink goal at?
Maybe let's do it before the patch or on patch day, before the patch. I want to get all of them. It's going to be a scuffed podcast. It'll just be fucking like 8 people in the call. Fuck it. There's going to be no script, and we're just going to talk about the game, and you can get to know different people. I think it'd be a good idea. I would like that. Right? Speaking of not gawking so much the KR version, and obviously there's a lot I like. Yeah. I think it'd be fun.
Con, you definitely need these level 9 gems, okay? You're not getting accepted into 1600.
They'll give the 8 the spotlight. He's not even gonna be like that. You saw how he was. He's like, hey, Mr. Man, how are you? Like, he wasn't even like that.
Full level 7s. Unless you are a support or someone knows you, vouches, you're in a guild, something like that, okay? But reliable pug lobbies, you ain't getting in. No one's taking you a level 7 gem, 1600 eye level. You can see where I'm going with this. You are never getting your gold back. As you can see, this isn't very conducive to honing into 1 or 2 of your main characters, right? If you do this for 3, 4, 5 characters that are your alts, they're not alts anymore, man. They're your mains. There are some things to consider, though. If you're not running all your dailies each day for these alts, this push and the continued push is going to hurt even more, because the biggest gap right now that a 1580 earns per week over a 1540 is the material gold, because materials are at an all-time high right now. They're insane, but the raid gold is not that much different. So if you're not interested in doing dailies unrested for 6 full characters, or for all your alts or whatever, then this is going to hurt you even worse, and it's going to take even longer to get that back.
That was like, oh fuck. So if you're not even doing your dailies actively on those characters. Now, here's another thing, though. I will also say that it's hard for me to play 1560 characters, 1550 characters, right? Like, it's harder because I want to do the 1580 content. It's more fun. So you have to weigh out. Are you the person that can just play shit for just straight up farm and you don't give a fuck and you can turn your brain off and watch some anime and you don't give a shit? If that's you, then you should definitely go on the left, I feel like. But if you're the person that actually just wants to play all of your classes and have them be juiced to the gills and like that's how you want to play the game, then you should do the right? But you gotta, if you're looking, I just don't. Where is the shifting your weight shit coming from? Because I swear this is like, ever get buses? Well, I don't know a lot of people do buses. I don't want to calculate buses because the reality is I don't know how many people, I think the majority of people don't do buses, right? You could do busing, but that's like not in the gameplay loop. Seldom might do that shit, but like, yeah. I want to reach rates on classes that I find fun. Yeah, of course. We're just talking about if you're doing it for the sake of being efficient. I mean, it's like, yeah.
For this character to make up for what they took for you to get them there. And this is especially true for me, and this is why I don't do it, is because I don't really like dailies that much. I do unrested on my Glaive, my Slayer, and my Soul Eater, and that's because I really enjoy playing them, and I really want to push them. Then I do Rested Hanus across 6 characters, and then Rested Chaos on the highest 3. So I'm spending about 60 minutes a day doing dailies, somewhere right around there, because I just can't bring myself to do more, because dailies are just not that fun. Another thing to consider is if you do have a static to run with, like myself, level 9 gems might not be necessary to push to 1580, but the honing cost alone from 1540 to 1580 still keeps me away. And if you continue to keep honing past 1580, going into the next level of the in-game at
1580 shouldn't cost fucking gold. I mean, in Korea at least, that's when the game fucking starts over there anyway. Straight up. That's when the game fucking starts over there. They're so far ahead, boys. Like, the gap from fucking 1580 to the end game is so big, it should literally not cost gold anymore. I'm not even kidding, boys. I know it sounds fucking insane, but if you think about it in Korea, bro, that's like the new Brel. It should not cost gold. Straight up. It's too far. There's like 3 Guardians. There's Son of El, Frog, and the Bat. Like, what?
1600, there ain't no way that you're going to be able to keep level 7 gems unless you're a support, and those people are down bad. But any DPS, which is most people, you are going to have to invest in level 9 gems, and you are going to be at this point where your ROI is gone. You aren't getting it back for a year and a half, my man. Another thing is that when you're buying these gems, they can be resold, re-rolled, etc., given to a different class later if you want. So they can be looked at a little bit differently in terms of investment. Even if you don't look at gems, you're looking at 26 weeks plus another 180k. So you're looking at almost a full year on your ROI.
Dude.
It doesn't look good. Now, a big benefit of the Makoko Express and the Path of Soul Eater enables you to reach 1580 with level 7s and some level 8s for around 100 to 130k gold. This is huge unless you decide to hone to 1600, and then it does put a pretty decently sized damper on you getting your ROI, because that means you are combining this.
How many of you guys have multiple 1580s and are not 1620? How many of you guys have multiple 1580 juicers and are not 1620? How many of you guys have multiple 1600s and you're not 1620? God damn. Yep. So many people, yeah, dude.